Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Rams' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 38. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Touchdown, Chicago!
Complete to Paris Campbell. Touchdown.
Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April. From LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. Now, let's go to that play.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was. The down and dip.
Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
23 yards.
23 yards on the play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 40-yard line.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing on third. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
10 yards on the pick.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the...
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
The ball carriers. Jaquaski Tart on the tackle.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Fournette. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Harrison Butker.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defense?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 46-yard line.
Second and 5 now. Goff. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Chicago.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, it's gone. Able to get this to Gordon. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Leonard Fournette on the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, start. This is Janovich. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Bears, first down.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
To Leonard Fournette.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun. Goff will get this into the hands of Mostert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Chicago.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Brought down just shy of
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 1,000-yard rusher last season. And he'll get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll run with Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On the run, it's Fournette. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
First down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
The ball carrier.
Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Roby-Coleman on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Intended for Josh Gordon.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
You see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Burrow. One to Gesicki. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for L.A. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Ross on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
And it's third down.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so there's no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long.
Leonard Fournette.
Blake Martinez, second in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Down left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the gun on 3rd. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot at the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Dalvin Cook. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 35-24, the final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Christian Kirk leading the way with 3 touchdown catches.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to somebody puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards on the ground.
30-yard line.
Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete a run like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Linval Joseph.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They run it again with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, we want to run up the middle.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Goff. And Lewis has it, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Third and long. It's gone. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Got a man, it's Amendola. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
You see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Still fighting. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
At the 15-yard line.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll run through here with Smith. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Bears will get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
What a twist here in the third quarter. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down. Ball at the 33, second and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Step accurately, throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
16 yards. And the Bears first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the...
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Goff flushed out right. It's caught outright, Amendola. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Goff throwing again, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Rams getting set to go now. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings,
now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Bourne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
From midfield now, Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through.
Good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
at their own 20.
So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our players. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Complete.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
17 yards.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette loses it. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
At the Rams' 38-yard line.
Now Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Pickup of 10.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
And 6.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. But this one's going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Taken down.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Goff going to throw it. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Harris Campbell there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
27. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football.
That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second.
Now they have been able to shut him down, at least as of late. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Burrow. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Mack Wilson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. That'll be complete to Cook.
Burrow's pass complete to Dalvin Cook.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles,